Now on your terms. Get out.
The Bengals played host to the Chargers for the first time in 4 years, and rude hosts they were. The Bengals demanded first possession, then proceeded to knock San Diego flat on its back with a precision, perfect scoring drive. Number 45, Archie Griffin's long run was the key play of the march, climaxed by fullback Pete Johnson's 1-yard plunge. Cincy's early 7-0 lead gave its defense something to work with. Their inspired front four broke through San Diego's offensive line, heretofore the AFC's best pass-protecting unit. Meanwhile, the Charger defense, eager to atone for the opening Bengal touchdown drive, was happy to return the favor. San Diego's newfound defensive strength forced Cincinnati into a kicking situation. Punter Pat McAnally stood ready, but rookie Cliff Thrift, number 59, brought about a change in plans. It looked like the break San Diego needed to blunt the Bengals' quick start out of the gate. With a 1st and goal inside the 10, the Chargers seemed assured of no worse than a field goal. But that was before cornerback Ray Griffin, number 44, stepped into the picture. Griffin's 96-yard interception return was the longest in the NFL this year and the longest in Bengals history. Now, instead of being tied with the Chargers, underdog Cincinnati had a 14-0 first-quarter lead. As the second period got underway, San Diego quarterback Dan Fouts finally got pro football's best passing attack on track, starting with tosses to backs like Mike Thomas, number 22. Fouts then hit another runner, number 40, Clarence Williams, for what might have been a touchdown, but the play was ruled out of bounds. Williams' protests would not change the call, so San Diego settled for a field goal, making it 14-3. Cincinnati had held back the Chargers on their first concerted drive, but were soon under siege again. Fouts went deep to ace receiver John Jefferson, but Jefferson fell down and Ray Griffin got his second interception of the day. The Bengal defense was making its presence felt, but the Bengal offense had disappeared. When the Chargers got the ball back this time, they finally cashed in, with Fouts hitting number 18, Charlie Joyner, for the clincher. Joyner, a seasoned 11-year pro, would be a thorn in the Bengals' paw throughout the game. But also inflicting damage were some of the younger San Diego receivers, too, like rookie John Floyd, number 86, who got another second-quarter drive going with the first catch of his pro career. But then the Bengals finally put a stop to San Diego's passing spree when number 67, Gary Burley, put the clamps on Fouts. Despite Burley's big play, the Chargers were close enough for a field goal try, and kicker Mike Wood obliged, sending one through from 42 yards to cut the lead to 1 at the half. After an early Bengal bruising, San Diego had dominated the second quarter and now seemed to be in control of the game.
Brilliant abs.
Ingenious abs.
These workout professionals know that science gives us a smarter, easier way to get tight, sexy abs.
Introducing the amazing new Ab Lounge, scientifically designed to make the crunch as we know it a thing of the past. Ab Lounge gets you up off the floor, strengthening and toning your abdominals using the biomechanically advanced Ab Lounge Jackknife, proven in university testing to be better for your body.
It's as easy to do as a crunch, but the efficient Ab Lounge design makes every move really count, targeting your abs without wasted effort. And because Ab Lounge gets you up off the floor, you have a wider range of motion, allowing you to stretch beyond 180 degrees for ultimate results.
With the advanced science of Ab Lounge, you're not working harder, you're working smarter. You're not straining your neck and back with old-fashioned crunches. You're up off the floor in padded comfort, building a sleeker, sexier you, and taking off inches the smart way.
I have this one pair of jeans. After just 8 weeks, my fat jeans don't really fit anymore.
I lost 14 pounds. I also lost inches on my waist and went down 2 pant sizes.
Built with a rolled steel frame, the Ab Lounge can support up to 275 pounds. Custom foot pedals adjust to match your height, and it quickly folds and stores just about anywhere.
Ab Lounge is so easy, almost anyone can use it. With Ab Lounge, your head, neck, and back are always supported.
When you compare the Ab Lounge to a standard crunch, well, there just is no comparison.
The advanced Ab Lounge Jackknife generates up to 75% more muscle activity in the upper and lower abdominals, and an amazing 268% more in the love handle obliques.
Call now, and you can try the Ab Lounge in your home for a full 30 days for just $14.95.
Order today, and we'll throw in the shipping for free.
If you don't agree that the Ab Lounge is the best way to tighten and tone your abs, just send it back within the 30 days for a refund of your $14.95. No questions asked.
What have you got to lose? Only the inches around your waist.
I'm Matthew Lesko, and my new book will tell you how to tell bill collectors to go shove it. My new book shows you 4,000 government programs that you can use to pay your bills and get out of debt forever. Get $2,000 to pay your rent or mortgage, or even $7,000 to pay your credit card bills. Isn't it about time you get rid of your debt once and for all? Call now and get free money to pay your bills.
Call 1-800-754-0077 now.
Put your butt in the cheap seats. Thursdays at 10 on ESPN Classic.
On the next 60 Minutes on Classic, if you know football, you know LT, one of the most fearsome players ever.
There was no one better.
You may also know about Lawrence Taylor's addictions to drugs and sex.
6 women a day. $1,000 a day on cocaine.
It was a hell of an expensive party.
But do you know what Mike Wallace said to this big, tough guy that made him cry? 60 Minutes on Classic, 8 p.m. Tuesday on ESPN Classic.
When a basketball team hits the skids,
it's like the Gong Show.
It's time to check with a local astrologer, find new players, and kick some...
We gonna do what we came here to do.
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Real Classics, 8 Eastern Sunday on ESPN Classic.
Fouts began the second half by trying for a quick score, but again the intended receiver fell, giving safety Marvin Cobb, number 24, plenty of room for an interception. Even with this setback, San Diego got a field goal on its next possession to take the lead for the first time, 16-14. The Bengals then moved into field goal range themselves. On 4th and 1, Cincinnati called for a fake field goal, figuring that with the element of surprise, 1 yard would not be tough to get. They figured wrong. San Diego stopped this threat, but soon Cincinnati quarterback Ken Anderson had his team on the move again. The Bengals' strategy called for quick, high-percentage tosses, and it worked well for Cincinnati. The drive was capped on the initial play of the fourth quarter, with Pete Johnson notching his second touchdown of the game. The Bengals had retaken the lead 21-16. Even with the reclaimed advantage, there was still plenty of time for San Diego to strike back. But the Bengals dealt them a punishing blow when Fouts was intercepted for a 4th time. Dick Geron's steal sparked a time-consuming Bengal drive, which finally stalled at the San Diego 10. The field goal crew was summoned, and this time everyone played it straight. Chris Barr's kick gave the Bengals an 8-point lead with only 4 minutes to play in the game. In the old days, a lot of San Diego fans would have figured their team was dead. But the Chargers are now contenders, and the good teams find ways to win. Quarterback Dan Fouts thought a good place to start would be with Charlie Joyner. This first salvo in San Diego's comeback drive was cloaked in controversy. The officials ruled that Joyner had possession on the catch. The Bengals thought differently, but all the arguing in the world would not change the call, and it stood as a crucial completion for the Chargers. Another look at the play shows that Cincinnati may have had a legitimate gripe, but instead of 3rd and long, it was now 1st down at the Bengal 32. 2 plays later, Fouts looked for a streaking Artie Owens, number 24, and found him for the score. The extra point was added by kicker Mike Wood, cutting the Cincinnati lead to 1. The Bengals took over with 3 minutes to play, hoping to get at least 1 first down to eat up the clock. But a fired-up San Diego defense would allow nothing of the kind. A short Bengal punt gave the Chargers the ball at midfield with less than 2 minutes to play. But then the Bengals dealt San Diego what looked to be the final blow. It was now 4th and 18 with just a minute left. Cincinnati broke out their victory dance amidst cheers from the hometown crowd. But the celebration proved to be premature. The men who spoiled it all were Dan Fouts and Charlie Joyner, who cut short the Bengal festivities with the most important play of the game. The 31-yard grab was the 5th catch of the day for ex-Bengal Joyner. 2 plays later, the Chargers were on the 14, and with time running out, they summoned kicker Mike Wood once more. Wood's 32-yard effort, his 4th field goal of the game, gave the Chargers a thrilling 26-24 comeback victory. It kept them in a tie for first place in the AFC West. But more importantly, they had demonstrated the ability to bounce back in a tough situation. It was a numbing loss for the Bengals, who sunk deeper into the AFC Central Division cellar. With 4 minutes to go, they had an 8-point lead, but they couldn't stop the Chargers. San Diego rides high for now, but they won't have long to savor the win. This week, they host the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers. But what the Steelers will find is a team loaded with talent and a newfound belief in its ability to win in any situation.